Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You guys know that Simpsons meme of Principal Skinner standing in front of a dilapidated bookstore and he's thinking to himself, am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Why, there are no children here at the 4-H Club either. Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
That just instance encompasses so much of a lot of corporations nowadays, and I'm just so baffled that we used to make, there were cartoons and comic books about how soulless and just mockingly out of touch the people in charge were. And I mean, I'm going like, wow, that can't be what they really think. And then I'm seeing articles popping up about Ubisoft and Disney doing that exact same thing. And I'm going like, holy shit. They really think like that? That's insane to me. That's so, it boggles the mind exactly how just detached from their audiences they really are. And I just needed to make a video about that because if I keep it to myself, I'm just gonna explode out of sheer frustration. So yeah, let's get into this. I first want to address the current state of Disney. We all know that they're not exactly doing well. And, well, to be honest, when I saw this one article on IMDb, I just was shocked. I mean, granted, it's from Pixar, but Pixar is a subsidiary or owned by Disney, so they obviously get the blame, in my opinion. It was I believe a social media post about, it was a social media post and it stated, Pixar says, stop complaining that we don't make original stories if you don't show up to see them. What the hell does that even... We're complaining that you don't make good original stories, and yet we don't come to see them because of your current output. It's just, wow, you learn nothing from your past mistakes. If you make a bad product, don't double down on it. You focus on making a better version of that product. I mean, granted, people go to see the sequels because they have nostalgia up in their heads, and they just want to see something that they know was good from the past. But then you just shoot yourself in the foot because you're not experimenting with anything anymore. I mean, yeah, you tried experimenting with a new art style. That failed, and people have told you that constantly. And yes, I am referring to the art style from Luca, Turning Red, and the new Elio, as well as your Disney Plus series, whatever it was called, something about baseball. I'm talking about the Bean Mouth animation style. I think it only works in 2D because that way it's a bit more expressive. When people see something in 3D, it just looks off. To me, I've never liked 3D animation. It's always been a bit of a mixed bag. If I'm watching something that's 3D animated, I'm expecting a health bar to appear up in the corner of the screen, as well as a mini map on the other side. I don't like the Bean Mouth in 3D because it just looks weird. It hits the eye wrong. It only works in 2D. And going back to the original statement, stop complaining that we don't make original stories. Yeah, we are going to complain about it because you're not giving us anything new. And yet we're not going to... Okay, granted, we don't see anything new because you've been giving us so much slag and slop that we don't trust you anymore. You've poisoned the well. Why should we go to see some... Why do we need to go see garbage when that's all you're making? And I go back to this whole idea of don't blame the audience, blame yourself. Because you're making the product. If you start blaming your audience that they don't like it, that's dumb. That's stupid capitalism. That's not how you run a business. I mean, look at a great example is Coca-Cola. When in the 80s, they came out with a new brand of Coca-Cola, a new recipe called New Coke. And they hyped it up, and everybody was excited. When they tried it out, it was horrible. Everybody hated it, and this nearly tanked Coca-Cola. So the company decided, okay, this was a dumb idea. We're going back to the original recipe. The pseudo-original recipe. The original recipe had cocaine, so I don't think we're going to get that original recipe anymore. The point of the story is they saw that they made a bad product, and thus they decided to fix it. Whereas in Pixar, they believe, okay, we've made this one original idea, nobody liked it. We're not going to do it anymore, we're going back to sequels. No, the reason why it failed was A, the art style was bad, people told you that before. 2, story didn't grip people told you that before. And 3, you didn't market it. I mean, I've only seen, granted I don't watch traditional television anymore, I've only seen, I watch a lot of YouTube, I've only seen 2 trailers for it pop up once in a while. And they were skippable, granted, but still, whenever I see a trailer for an animated movie, I'll always watch it because I need to see how much of it, I need to see at least a couple minutes to see if I'm gonna be able, if I'm willing to see the full movie. And you just, and whoever said that quote, they're just so deluded. They just don't want to face the fact that, okay, we did something wrong, we should fix it. No. The audience, they are thinking wrong. They're not seeing the movie properly. That's such bullshit. Such bullshit. Oh my god. And, no more Disney talk. The other talk, this is going to take a while because this company has done a lot of dumb stuff. The other thing that's really grinding my gears, to quote Peter Griffin, is Ubisoft. And there's what they just stated was so brain dead and so just cartoon capitalistic. There's no other word for it. They stated microtransactions help make games more fun. The fuck does that even mean? I mean, I've played Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Valhalla to death. I like those games, but I made it a point to avoid all the microtransactions. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there was these things called Orchilium, and you find them across the world, and you collect them, and if you have enough, you are able to purchase some stuff that you normally have to, pay actual money for. I did that instead of going the easy way and just doing the microtransactions. And when I see this, I'm going I don't think it's fun. I think it's just it's a cheap way to make people who think they're gamers just pretend that they are gamers. And B, it's predatory capitalism. I mean, we've had this bullshit when it came to the loot boxes. Even here in Holland, they banned loot boxes in popular games because it's akin to gambling. And I don't know who said it, but a game company said it's like a Kinder egg. It's like a nice little prize. Yeah, half the time, at least with a Kinder egg, you get chocolate. Here you just pay money. With a loot box, you pay money, and then you might get a 10% chance of getting something you needed or something you wanted. No. It's gambling. And, I mean, what is their thinking behind this? Do these people even play their own games? It just really... I can't get around to that sort of thinking. Granted, they're a company, I get it. Their point is to make money, but they're doing it in the wrong way. And I mean, Ubisoft has been the spearhead of a lot of dumb choices and a lot of dumb moves in the past. And most recently, it's come to light. I mean, from the writing of Assassin's Creed Shadow, how they kind of butchered the original story, and how they hired a whole bunch of activists rather than developers, and of course their exclusionary hiring practices. Yes, I'm calling it exclusionary rather than inclusive, because it is absolutely not inclusive anymore. It's just so... Yeah. Oh, yeah. And let's not forget their offensive marketing campaign for Assassin's Creed Shadows, as well as shutting down several servers for popular games, as well as their famous quote, well, I'm probably misquoting it, but he goes by the term of, you don't own our games anymore. That is just, if there was ever such a thing as an evil corporation, it would have to be Ubisoft. And now they're following in the same footsteps of Disney as to point the fingers and trying to, save face by putting a positive spin on a predatory business practice. I'm getting way too heated about this. I'm an avid animation and game fan. I'm not gonna lie. And it breaks my heart to see these things happen to companies that were once just so beloved for the things they did. When Assassin's Creed came out, I never even heard of Ubisoft, and I started playing one, and I was like, oh my god, this game is amazing. Ubisoft can do no wrong. And then they started bringing out the microtransactions and all this stuff. Then I saw the writing on the wall going, oh my god, these people, they have no idea what their consumer wants. And the same goes for Disney. I mean, I've always been a fan of the 2D animated Disney. Kind of was put off by their current 3D trend. Okay, I'll admit, I liked Frozen. Frozen was cool. Didn't see Frozen 2, but I liked the first one. I love The Princess and the Frog, because 2D animated, but the story was good. I'm just disappointed that they don't use that level of that they don't have that level of creativity anymore. They broke my heart, and I'm pretty sure they broke a lot of people's hearts. And okay, I want to end this on a positive note. Because so many people are now seeing all these bad faith moves and all, they're seeing everything come up to light. Maybe this is going to have a sort of a ripple effect that, okay, everybody's now seeing these companies for what they're doing now. So hopefully the companies will learn from this and start adapting to it. Not in the bad way where it comes to, okay, they don't like microtransactions. Let's see if we can disguise it in a different way. No, maybe they're going like, okay, people don't like microtransactions. Maybe we should try for a different approach. Let's not do microtransactions at all. Let's make a sort of a subscription-based thing so players can still enjoy our games. We still can get a little bit of money, but it's going to be less scummy than it is now. And then hopefully, just hopefully, in Disney's terms, I did see the trailer for Hoppers. Really fun. Like that they made fun of Avatar. That could be a return to form for Pixar. I mean, granted, I am not exactly a big fan of when an animation movie takes place in modern day. That's me. I like to be thrown out of the modern day. Who knows? It could work. I did enjoy Inside Out, so that was also set in modern day. Hoppers looks like it could actually dive into a sort of like, well, I'm kind of scared to go into the Disney messaging because former Disney messaging used to be, believe in yourself, have faith in your friends, family will always stick by you. We kind of then shifted to, shifted to being, be inclusive or die, or you're not inclusive enough, or everything about life is horrible and you can't change it unless you do this and that. It should stick to the normal messaging of believe in yourself, help other people, and be a good person. Don't be an activist, be a good person. That's I think what should be said. So when it comes to that movie Hoppers, maybe that's going to be about like something about like protecting nature and respecting the cycle of life. Maybe that's what is going to happen. Who knows? So with that end, I do believe there is hope. And I do believe that we could be seeing a turning point to where these companies actually, get their crap together. And with that, I'd like to sign out and wish you all a good day.